3-month-old baby is dead after police say a mother dropped the child during a fight.
Prosecutors say Karen Harris got into some sort of a dispute with another woman on Friday. At one point, the baby falls out of Harris's arms and hits its head on the pavement. Harris waited until the next day to bring the child to the hospital, and the baby died shortly thereafter.
Police say that Karen Harrison was holding her baby when she was hit by another woman. The infant fell out of her arms. Officers say when Harrison took the baby to the hospital the next day, she said the child fell at home.
It's very disturbing that, two adults would fight in a public place, especially while holding a 3-month-old child in our arms.
Officers charged another woman, Carnita Clark, with false statements and writings and obstruction. She's accused of lying to the police about what happened to the baby.
Harrison is charged with murder and child neglect. Police are still investigating. They have not charged the other woman involved in the fight.
Damn, the government's back open. Snap is back. Can we all just get along? Sheesh. Welcome to the Full Motion Podcast, brought to you by Full Motion Music Group, online at fullmotionmusicgroup.com. The only artist development company that sits down with you, builds your brand, creates your Wikipedia page, launches your Google Knowledge panel, designs your artist website, and guarantees income on your very first project. If you're an independent artist, you don't have to do this alone. Log in today, talk with the A&R professional, and take your career to where it's supposed to be. Welcome to the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you are tapped into the Full Motion Podcast, powered by Full Motion Music Group. My name is Swiggy Giovanni. We got heavy world news, we got celebrity talk, money moves, viral stories, and of course, we got your artist development tip of the day. Let's get straight to it. All right, we start overseas where the headlines feel heavier than usual. South Korea intelligence claims North Korea is now treating suicide attempts as a state offense. Survivors reportedly face punishment instead of treatment. This comes during rising suicide numbers, food shortages, and very little mental health support in the country. North Korea has not confirmed anything, but experts say the reports match the government's long history of extreme internal control. So if you're in North Korea and you try to commit suicide, the government will kill you for that. Wow. Now we bring it back home because one viral post had the whole timeline arguing. Now here's what the post claimed. It said the United States planned to block overweight foreigners from entering the country. The post even used the phrase high-calorie humans. So Trump responded directly. He denied any plan for a full overweight ban. He said only applicants whose health could put a heavy strain on the U.S. healthcare system might be reviewed more closely. No immigration agency has released a policy, no paperwork exists, and no rules have changed. So I guess the post was exaggerated and misleading, but the conversation around it caught fire real fast. Yup. Now from politics, we shift into crypto where the ground is always moving. Bitcoin took a sharp hit this week. Earlier in this week, it sat above the 100,000 mark before sellers stepped in. It then dropped down towards $98,000, triggering liquidation waves across leveraged traders. People online claimed $170 billion vanished in one day, but that exact figure is not yet confirmed. The drop is real, and the panic was loud. And anytime crypto shakes, one name always returns to the surface. Ruja Ignatova, aka the Cryptoqueen. She launched OneCoin in 2014 and scammed more than $4 billion worthwhile. Some investigators believe the real total is much higher. But in 2017, she boarded a plane to Greece and disappeared. She left with diamonds, cash, crypto, and multiple phones. She has not been seen since. A UK court recently froze millions tied to her Dubai real estate. She remains on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. A billionaire who vanished into air. That is crazy. Now, from global money schemes to federal jobs right here at home. Another viral post claimed that ICE had more than 200,000 new applicants. Now, they're saying ICE is offering $50,000 bonuses, student loan forgiveness, and big salaries. Now, the post made it sound like ICE was handing out life-changing incentives to fill positions overnight. But there's no DHS source confirms any of those perks. There's no official documents, no press release, and no hiring memo that lists bonuses that high or guaranteed loan forgiveness. However, ICE is recruiting, but the version makes it seem like the agency is throwing out golden tickets just to get people in uniform. But here's what we know. ICE does run regular hiring cycles. So ICE is hiring right now if you want to work for ICE. The agency has openings in enforcement, investigations, cybersecurity, detention operations, and support roles. Now, some positions offer relocation assistance or retention bonuses depending on the assignment. And I'm guessing that's where the whole hype came about with $50,000 bonuses and loan forgiveness and all of that. But none match the viral numbers people are sharing. ICE is hiring though. So this is one blend of truth, exaggeration, and social media hype. Now let's talk about a brand that refuses to slow down. Skims, founded by Kim Kardashian and Jen's Greed, just hit a $5 billion valuation after a major funding round led by Goldman Sachs. The company did $750 million in sales last year. Stores are opening in New York, Miami, LA, London, and Dubai. Skims is no longer a trending label. It's a global fashion powerhouse. Shout out Kim K, man. Now we step into the music industry where one story refuses to die. Former Grammy CEO Deborah Dugan exposed the Recording Academy with heavy claims. Now here's the biggest point she made. She said the Academy used secret voting committees that could override the larger votes. She said executives pushed nominees they had personal or financial ties with. She said some board members had relationships with artists being nominated. She also said that one high-ranking member had been accused of rape, yet still had influence. She said the system created predetermined winners. That was her exact phrase. And she accused the Academy of sexism and financial misconduct. Her claims were so loud, the Academy eventually removed nomination review committees in 2021. They denied wrongdoing, but the fact that the structure changed after her statement says a lot, bro. Now, artists still bring up her allegations every award season. Now, for all of y'all that's out there that's trying to get a Grammy, there's a lot of underlying facts and rituals for you to do to win that Grammy. You gotta rub shoulders with a lot of people, and you might have to pay off a lot of people. All of that is rigged, and I say this to say this. If you're becoming an artist to win a Grammy, good luck. But if you're becoming an artist to fund a career, to fund your lifestyle, to fund your life period, then you might have a chance at this, man. Now, from industry smoke to a headline nobody saw coming, Akon was arrested in Georgia on a bench warrant tied to a previous traffic case. He was booked, but he was released the same day. The mugshot hit social media instantly. Everybody thought he was locked up for something big, but he's out. It was a traffic case that he had a warrant for, and hopefully he takes care of that. And while we're on celebrity talk, Kim Kardashian created her own headline again. Now, Kim said ChatGPT gave her wrong answers on her law practice tests. She said she would yell at the bot because it kept making her fail. Then she said 4 psychics told her that she would pass the bar exam. She didn't. She said all 4 were wrong too. In fact, I have a clip. Listen to this, man.
I'm just letting you guys know that all of the psychics that we have met with and that we're obsessed with are all full of shit. They all collectively, maybe 4 of them, have told me I was going to pass the bar. So they're all full pathological liars. Don't believe anything they say.
That's hilarious, bro. Kim, just study like a human being. You'll be fine. She is still continuing her law journey to become a lawyer. Would you guys hire Kim K as your lawyer? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's talk numbers that are impossible to ignore. These are the male artists driving global listenings right now. These numbers show who has the world tuned in. These are what you call the Spotify streaming kings. Now Drake, he has 51.8 million streams a day. Bad Bunny, 51.5 million streams a day. The Weeknd, 41.9 million. Justin Bieber, 28.8 million. Bruno Mars, 26.2 million. Artist Singh, or Arjit Singh, never heard of him, but he has 26.1 million streams a day. Fuerza Regida, 25.2 million streams a day. Kanye West, 23.2 million streams a day. Travis Scott, 21.6 million streams a day. And Raul Alejandro with 21.5 million streams a day. These artists control the charts on Spotify, the playlist, and the conversation. Whew. Now we move into science, where the headlines sound unreal, but the research is real. A Chinese startup called Lanvi Biosciences is studying a compound called PCC1. It comes from grapeseed extract. In mouse studies, the treatment destroyed aging cells and increased lifespan from 9% all the way to 64%, depending on the dose and the age. Older mice even became more active. The company claims humans could one day reach 150 years old. Scientists say that number is not proven, but the research itself is credible. Do you want to live to be 150 years old? Do you deserve to live to be 150 years old? I mean, what have you been doing with your life for the past 25 years, for the past 30 years, for the past 40 years? If you're 50 years old right now and you're listening, what have you been doing with your life? Is it worth it? Now, from labs to clinics, the next trend surprised a lot of parents. Social media post claims teenage girls are growing mustaches at record levels. Now, the condition is called hirsutism. It happens when the body produces higher levels of androgens, the hormones that influence the male pattern hair growth. Common triggers include puberty shifts, PCOS, insulin resistance, weight gain, high sugar diets, stress, medication reactions, and genetics. Now, clinics say more teens are coming in for facial hair concerns, but there is no confirmed worldwide spike. But the underlying condition is real, and is treatable and connected to hormone balances. And here is a hygiene reminder most people skip. Another viral post claimed that people should replace their underwears every 6 months. Now, doctors say that timeline is not a strict medical rule, but they agree with the idea behind it. Now, underwear collects bacteria, yeast, sweat, skin cells, detergent residue, and friction over time. Even with washing, older fabrics start holding odor and moisture because the fibers break down. Some materials lose elasticity, trap more bacteria, and irritate the skin. So while 6 months is a suggestion, it's not a mandate. The takeaway is simple. If the fabric stretches out, fades, traps odor after washing, or feels rough against your skin, it's time to replace it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when's the last time you changed your drawers, man? When's the last time you bought some new panties, some new boxes? Now, be real with yourself, man. Be real, man. You got to buy these underwears every 6 months, man. You got to, bro. You can't be having them same old panties that got holes, that's faded by the crotches. I know what this post is talking about. I've been there before. You know what I mean? But I've grown up. I don't buy it every 6 months. I just buy it when there's a sale. Anytime there's a sale, you just buy some underwears, bro. There's always a sale on underwears, man. I got about 150 underwears in my closet right now, in my drawer. You got to. I mean, come on, be clean, man. Learn to take care of yourself. I know you don't want to buy it, but you got to. All right? There's yeast in your underwears right now, and you don't know because you don't want to buy new underwears. Man. All right, man. Now we close out the news with one of the wildest travel deals on the planet. In Fukuoka, Japan, there is a hotel called Asahi Ryokan. The owner, Tetsuya Inoue, rents out room 8 for $1 a night. Now, the catch is simple. Your entire stay is live streamed on YouTube. There's no audio, the bathrooms are off limits, but everything else is filmed 24/7, okay? It only costs you $1 in Japan to rent out this room number 8. The hotel is called Asahi Ryokan in Fukuoka, Japan. All right? It's $1 a night, but they gotta live stream your whole stay. Everything is filmed but the bathroom. Now, the channel has thousands of subscribers. Now, there's travelers who booked the room just to say that they was a part of the experiment. You know what I mean? So, would you stay in a room and pay $1 a night? But the catch is they gotta live stream your whole stay. Could you handle that? Whew. All right, man. You heard the world news. You heard the culture. Now let's build your brand. The artist development tip of the day. Now, today's tip is for every unsigned artist trying to get that foot in the door. A lot of labels are open for submissions right now, but most artists ruin their shot before the label even presses play. So if you plan to submit, you need to submit like a professional. Now, here are the labels that's currently accepting music. Red Bull Records. Yes, Red Bull, the energy drink, they have a record label. Submit your music to redbullrecords.com/demo and follow the instructions exactly as they have it written. The next company is Funktasy Records. Funktasy Records. Funktasy Records. Now send your best unreleased track with your social links to funktasy.com/demo-submissions. Another company is Stush Records. STUSH. Stush Records. Upload up to 3 finished tracks through their portal at portal/submit-music-demo. Upload up to 3 finished tracks through their portal at portal/submit-music-demo. The next company is Redfield Records. Now email your bio, your picture, and streaming links to redfield-records.com. That's Redfield, REDFIELD-records.com. Another company is Tool Room Records. This is for house and EDM producers. Now you could submit it straight through noxudeep.com. That's NOXUDEEP.com. Now here's the part that most artists skip. The song is not enough. Now labels assess the entire package. Now here are extra tips that will put you above 90% of other artists submitted this week. Only submit fully mixed and fully mastered music. Labels do not accept rough drafts. They will not imagine what the finished version sounds like. Your demo must sound like a record that is ready to be marketed today. And your socials must be active. Not huge, not viral, just active. Now labels want proof that you show up for your audience consistently. And your bio must be clean, short, and focused. 2 paragraphs max. Yeah, just 2 paragraphs. Where you're from, what lane you're in, what you've already released, and what makes your sound different. And your EPK link must work. No broken Google Drive links, no expired Dropbox folders, no private YouTube videos with no view access. If a label clicks and the link fails, the process ends. And submit only 1 or 2 songs, not your entire catalog. A&R teams hate when artist dumps 20 tracks into one email. Pick the best 1 or 2 that represent your direction. And present yourself like a business. Use a clean email format. The artist name, city, 1-line introduction, your streaming links, your social links, and a short thank you. Now labels respect artists who communicate like professionals and follow every instruction on the label's websites. Many artists get rejected because they don't follow the demo guidelines. If they ask for an MP3, send an MP3. Don't send an MP4, don't send a WAV file. If they ask for streaming links, do not attach files. Just send the streaming links. And dress your platforms up. Now before submitting, update your profile photos, update your bio, your pinned posts, and your top 3 songs. Labels are gonna check everything. And make sure your sound matches what the label are asking for. Do not submit trap music to an EDM label. Do not submit drill music to a pop label. Know what the label releases, know who their artists are, and know the sound that they push. And don't beg, don't plead, or send follow-ups every 2 days. Be professional and be patient. Submit your music, follow up once every 2 weeks, and maintain a clean reputation. To every independent artist listening, this is your time. There are labels open to new talent right now, but they only respond to artists who take the process seriously. All right? If you want a list of the top labels in your genre or want help building submission packages that actually get responses, contact Full Motion Music Group for an industry insight call. We help artists present themselves like professionals and get taken seriously in today's music industry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tapping in with the Full Motion Podcast powered by Full Motion Music Group. Visit fullmotionmusicgroup.com to level up your rollout, your branding, and your music strategy. Stay locked in, stay consistent, and most definitely, stay in motion. Peace.